The independent counsel team is quickly widening its investigation as evidence piles up against ex-presidential Secretary for Civil Affairs Woo Byung-woo. Now today, the team of special prosecutors made several raids, including the home of ex-presidential chief of staff thought to be one of the key figures in this massive scandal. Also under the microscope, the National Pension Service. Jung-soo has more on this rapidly developing investigation.
An official from the independent counsel said Monday that the team has received documents from the prosecution related to its investigation into senior presidential secretary for Civil Affairs Woo Byung-woo. Woo and members of his family are suspected of using corporate funds from their company Jeonggang to rent luxury cars for their own personal use, in addition to orchestrating shady real estate deals. The documents constitute a record of the prosecution's investigation into Woo's personal crimes, and many believe the counsel will now turn its attention to these records, in addition to its examination of the charges against Woo in the ongoing Jeonggang probe. Earlier on Monday, the independent counsel team raided the house of former presidential chief of staff Kim Ki-chun, as well as the homes of several officials from the country's culture ministry. State prosecutors suspect Kim abused his authority by ordering then-first Vice Culture Minister Kim Il-bum to have 6 high-ranking ministry officials resign back in 2014, which later paved the way for Choi to have the post filled with people more favorable to her. The counsel also says it already has evidence that former second Vice Culture Minister Kim Jong used Kim Ki-chun's influence to demand that a high-ranking culture ministry official be appointed as vice chairman of the organizing committee for the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Also on Monday, the counsel questioned Hong Won-sun, a former senior official with the National Pension Service. Hong, as the former head of the National Pension Service Investment Management Office, cast a decisive vote in support of a critical $8 billion merger between Samsung C&T and JL Industries back in July of 2015. Even though the National Pension Service, being the biggest shareholder of Samsung C&T, was expected to suffer losses of nearly $500 million due to the merger. The merger helped Lee Jae-yong solidify his reign over Samsung Electronics, and Lee is suspected of pledging to give over $18.4 million to a German foundation linked to Choi in support of her daughter Jeong Yura's equestrian training to win favor for the merger. The events have raised suspicions that Hong was under pressure from the presidential office of Cheongwade or Choi's accomplices to approve the merger, which would constitute a breach of trust. Jung-soo, Arirang News.